the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gone.
Welcome back to Happy Knits and Crochet collection, and today we are going to be crocheting this top. I'm going to show you part 3. Okay, this was part 1, part 2, part 3 of how we are going to be making this ribbing part on the top of our top. So that's the ribbing part at the chest point. It's our part 3. So just after you make the slip knot, change the number of how long do you need your ribbing to be. So I just wanted a 4 ribbing, like just 4 stitches of ribbing. So we are going to be chaining 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then on the back part, skipping the very first chain stitch, we're going to be working on the second one. So we will be having, and at this point we'll be working with single crochets. So we will be having 4 single crochet by the end. So after you get to the end, you have 4. You are going to insert your hook to the next I'll show you guys. So we just started, where was it? Just here. So after you make your single crochets back to this point, we are going to insert our hook to the next stitches, then make a slip knot, then into the next one make another slip knot. So we have made single slip knot to the next 2 stitches. So turn your work around, skip the 2 slip knots, then to our double crochets work to our single crochets work other single crochets on the back loop. So we are making our ribbing, and as I said, when you're making a ribbing at the top, make sure you make you do a normal single crochets. So turning your work, make single crochets on the back loop till you get to the end. So ensure that you don't confuse with the slip knots, stitches and crochet on them. So we have 4 single crochets, we are done with them. So insert your hook and make a slip knot on that stitch, then into the next stitch make another slip stitch, then turn your work around, skip the very first 1, 2. These are the slip stitches that you made in the 2 stitches, then work your single crochets on the back loop of the previous single crochet. So this gives us the ribbon that we need at the top part. We will be repeating that row till we get to the end, just making our 4 single crochets on the top of each stitch. So after the 4 slip stitches, single crochets on the back loop, we are going to insert a hook on that point. So here is the ribbon that we are creating, this one. So insert your hook on the first slip the stitch, then into the next one make another slip stitch, then turn your work around. Just make single crochets in each and every back loop of the previous single crochets, and at the end make a normal single crochet. So repeat that, just making the slip stitches. So I just want to show you how you attach. So these are the 4 stitches that are ahead. So into this stitch, just let me adjust. Into this stitch, make a slip stitch, and then into the next one make a slip. So this slip stitch that we've made is for the row that we're going to be working on the upward. So that's how we do it. I said we should make a normal single crochet at the end, then chain 1, turn your work, make single crochets, and then at this point so that's what you're doing. You're already making the ribbing at this point. This is a good ribbing. So we're going to be doing that till the end, and I'm going to meet you at the end so that we can join the ends. So guys, I'm at the almost at the end of my ribbing section. So we said just crochet slip stitches to the next 2, and then turn and work around, work single crochets back to the top, and at the end make a normal single crochet. That means you go through the 2 loops, not the back loop only. So let's work back and make sure that the slip stitches don't confuse you. So slip stitch into this, so here we have all our stitches worked on. So turn your work inside. Also we need to attach the ribbing part. So we are going to attach it as we did on the first ribbing. So here we have this part. So we're going to be using the front loop, the front loop and the back loop of the other part, then slip stitch through, insert in the front loop and in the back loop of the other one, then go through in the front loop of this first and the back loop, then go through, insert again in the front and the back loop of the other, then go through the two, then chain one, and using a pair of scissors cut the end. So here we have our point. So this is what we have, just exactly as this one. So this is the point that we attached the lower ribbing and the upper ribbing. So this is the top that we have. So I'm going to show you. So these are the straps that we have. They are separately independent from each other, so just have to tie when you put on it. Just you can adjust it